Good day, everyone. Welcome to V-Class TV. This is Teacher Jackie. This week we will focus on literal and implied meaning, featuring a short story entitled The Hidden Treasure. This week, our learning competency is on expressing meaning through textual elements with the following learning objectives. Welcome to Day 1. Let's start by reviewing the lessons we took last week. Previously, we talked about figures of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia. For today's activity, let's try to do this. Pick out the word, line, or phrase from the text and identify the figure of speech it belongs. Here is the text. The sky was a canvas, painted with the brushstrokes of sunset, where the clouds danced merrily like children in a playground. The river sang its song, whispering secrets to the wind. Now, here is what we are going to do. Pick out the word, line, or phrase and identify if it is simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, or onomatopoeia. Let's begin with this phrase. The sky was a canvas. The sky was a canvas is a metaphor. Another, we have where the clouds danced merrily like children. That is an example of simile. Now, I still have two more for this text. Can you point them out for me? Let's check your work. The phrases are the river sang its song, which is a personification, and whispering secrets, which is also another personification. I have here another paragraph for you to read. Again, you are going to pick out the word, line, phrase from the text and identify the figure of speech it belongs. Alright, let's check your work. You have here the moon hung like a silver lantern. Then you have simile. Trees whispered secrets. That is personification. Stars danced playfully. And that is personification again. Winking at the world. Of course, that is personification. Now, let us have another activity. Determine the expressions being described in the image. Write your answer on your notebook. Let's check your work. The first expression is raining cats and dogs. For the second picture, that must be hold your horses. 3. Cloud 9. And fourth picture is piece of cake. Do you know what they are? These are expressions. We call them idioms or idiomatic expressions. These expressions will help us understand better our next lesson. To get ready for our next lesson, please do this to unlock content area vocabulary. Match the words in column A to their meanings in column B. Write the letter that corresponds to your answer on your notebook. Let's check your work. Treasure means a quantity of valuable objects. Literal means direct and basic meaning. Implied means suggested secondary meaning. Grinned means smiled broadly. And haystack, it means a packed pile of dried grass. Welcome to Day 2. If you are learning from this video, like and subscribe for more. Today I have prepared sentences for you. Read the sentences and compare how the underlined word or phrase differed in their meanings. Let's read together. She is eating an apple. She is the apple of my eyes. Have you seen a purple butterfly? I have butterflies in the stomach. He poured hot water into the coffee cup. He found himself in hot water after breaking the vase. Let's get back to the first two sentences. She is eating an apple. She is the apple of my eyes. If we're going to say she is eating an apple, that means the apple here is literal in meaning. This refers to a fruit. Therefore, this is literal in meaning. She is the apple of my eyes. The apple here does not literally mean fruit. Instead, the apple here is part of the phrase apple of my eye, which means something special. Therefore, this one is implied meaning. Now, let's have these sentences. Have you seen a purple butterfly? The butterfly here refers to a winged insect. I have butterflies in the stomach. Well, that one. The butterfly here is a part of the phrase butterflies in the stomach, which means very excited. Lastly, let's have these sentences. He poured hot water into the coffee cup. Hot water here refers to a boiled water. That is literal in meaning. He found himself in hot water after breaking the vase. For this, hot water here means in trouble. That is an implied meaning. Welcome to day 3. If you want more of our educational content, follow VClass TV on Facebook and TikTok. Today we are going to read a very short story entitled The Hidden Treasure. Please take note of the important details of the story and notice the expressions used in some lines. Are you ready? The Hidden Treasure. One sunny Saturday morning, Sarah and Max were playing in their backyard. The birds were singing sweet melodies and the flowers in the garden swayed gently in the breeze. Suddenly, Sarah spotted something shiny buried under the old oak tree.
Max, look! There's something glittering in the soil.
Sarah exclaimed, pointing at the spot. Max rushed over, his eyes wide with excitement.
Let's dig it up and see what it is.
They grabbed their toy shovels and began to dig. After a few minutes, they uncovered an old rusty key.
This must be a clue.
Sarah said, her eyes twinkling with curiosity.
Maybe there's hidden treasure somewhere in the garden.
Max nodded eagerly.
Let's ask Mr. Green if he knows anything about it.
They ran to Mr. Green, who was trimming the hedges near the rose bushes. Sarah held up the key and asked,
Mr. Green, do you know where this key might lead?
Mr. Green looked at the key and smiled.
Ah, that key. It's been around for ages. They say it opens a secret door somewhere in the garden. But be careful. Finding it is like finding a needle in a haystack.
Sarah and Max exchanged excited glances. They knew that finding the secret door wouldn't be easy, but they were determined. They searched high and low, peeking behind every bush and under every rock. Hours passed, and just when they were about to give up, Sarah noticed a peculiar stone in the garden wall that looked different from the others.
Max, come here.
Sarah called out.
I think I found something.
They pushed the stone, and to their surprise, it moved, revealing a small keyhole. Sarah inserted the rusty key and turned it slowly. The stone wall creaked open, revealing a hidden room filled with old books, maps, and a small chest. Max's eyes widened.
Wow, this is amazing. We found the hidden treasure.
Sarah opened the chest, and inside they found old coins, a magnifying glass, and a letter. She read the letter aloud.
To the brave souls who find this treasure, remember that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. Use these tools to learn and explore the world around you.
Max looked at Sarah and grinned.
I guess the real treasure isn't gold or jewels, but the adventure and what we learn from it.
Sarah nodded.
You're right, Max. This has been the best adventure ever.
They carefully packed everything back into the chest and decided to share their discovery with Mr. Green. When they showed him the letter, he smiled warmly.
Ah, you two have discovered the true meaning of the treasure.
He said.
The journey, the curiosity, and the knowledge you gain along the way are worth more than any gold.
Sarah and Max spent the rest of the day exploring the hidden room and reading the old books. They knew that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come. Did you enjoy the story? This time, let's try answering these 4 questions. Answer the following questions in complete sentences. 1. What is the story about? 2. What are the parts or lines that show implied meanings? What do we mean by these? 3. What was challenging about identifying implied meanings? And 4. How do implied meanings make a story more interesting? It's important to note that the story is about Max and Sarah finding a hidden treasure. The parts or lines that show implied meaning are expressions that do not make use of literal meaning. They are usually idioms. Identifying implied meaning is challenging because the meaning is understood in a different way. And implied meanings make a story more interesting because it makes the lines of story fun to read. Welcome to Day 4. If you are interested in the PowerPoint presentation used in this video lesson, join our growing channel now. Let's recall some of the lines from the story The Hidden Treasure. Read the lines below and tell what the implied meanings are. Number 1. Finding it is like finding a needle in a haystack. 2. Max's eyes widened. 3. That knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. 4. The real treasure isn't gold or jewels, but the adventure and what we learn from it. 5. He smiled warmly. 6. The journey, the curiosity, and the knowledge you gain along the way are worth more than any gold. Let's continue with this graphic organizer known as Venn diagram. This graphic organizer will help us come up with the character map. Create a character map by describing each character based on the literal and implied meanings from the text. That is what we are going to do. Now let's have, for example, Sarah's trait. So you have the first side literal and the other side implied. Let me show you how it is supposed to be done. Now think about it. For Sarah's trait, you can find in the text that she noticed something shiny under the old oak tree. And then there's also a line there that states, searched high and low. Did not stop in finding clues. Those are actually literal in meaning, which if you are going to understand it, it implies the meaning of being curious, adventurous, and determined. Now, let's practice with max traits. Let's see how it would look like. Literally, Max helped in digging, and his eyes widened. That means Max is being helpful, and of course, he got excited. And finally, do the same for Mr. Green's traits. Let's see it. Literally, he told the kids about the key, and he smiled warmly. Therefore, it implies that Mr. Green is knowledgeable, and he is a friendly neighbor. Welcome to day 5. If you would like to purchase the PowerPoint presentation package of this quarter, find us on Facebook. Message us for inquiries. Let's conclude our week with a writing task. With your group, write a short dialogue using expressions that have implied meanings. Choose only one topic from the list below: scouting, modeling, or school clubs you have joined. You can also use these expressions if you want. Break a leg, bring home the bacon, shine like a star, red letter day, and smiling from ear to ear. But if you still have more, then why not? Here is our scoring guide and how your teachers give you scores. That's all for this week. I hope you have learned something from me. Once again, this has been Teacher Jackie saying, discover, learn, have fun only at V-Class TV. Until next time, bye!